Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be talking about concord. What do we mean by concord? Concord is the agreement among sentence elements in grammar. To be precise, we'll discuss about the agreement between the subject and the verb of a sentence. That is, the rules that govern the subject and the verb of a sentence. Before we proceed, I would like us to really understand how to identify both singular and plural verbs. Also, we would learn the nouns and pronouns that can be used with them. Singular verbs always end in S, while plural verbs are always without S. That is basically how to identify singular and plural verbs. Examples of singular verbs are is, am, was, has, goes, kills, dies, falls, sings, and so on. Plural verbs include are, were, have, go, kill, die, fall, sing, and so on. From this table, we can see that singular verbs go with pronouns like he, she, it, and noun phrases like the boy, the man, the girl, the cat, the dog, the woman, and so on. Plural verbs, on the other hand, are used with pronouns like we, you, they, and noun phrases like the men, the women, the boys, the girls, the dogs, the cats, and so on. Note that I is a singular pronoun and it can't be used with all singular verbs. It can go with singular verbs like am, was, and plural verbs have and were in conditional statements. These are examples of conditional statements. If I were a rich man, I would enjoy myself. You can see that were is used after the pronoun I. The same goes for the second sentence. If I were there when it happened, I would leave the place immediately. Where is also used after the pronoun I. Now to the topic of the day: subject-verb agreement. When the subject of a sentence is singular, the verb should also be singular. In these examples, he and the girl are singular subjects. That is why they are used with singular verbs goes and reads respectively. When the subject is plural, then it should take a plural verb. The same goes for they and girls. They are plural subjects, thereby having plural verbs go and read. The following words: everyone, everybody, no one, everything, anything, anybody always take singular verbs. That is why we have here hates, is, and was. The three verbs are singular verbs. When a subject has a list of nouns or pronouns, the nearest noun or pronoun takes the verb. In the first example, we can see that from the various explanations I have made, James should take a singular verb, which is passes. Paul is also nearer to the verb position, that is the second verb position, and it takes the verb is. Note that this is not the case in the second example. Paul is nearer to the second verb position, and it is taking a plural verb. Why is this? This is so because the first sentence has all. It has all, while the second one has and. Most of the time in English language, and means addition or join, as in mathematics. The sentence means join Paul to his teachers, his parents, and his friends. These make them plural, and that is why are is used in the sentence. Whenever a pair of is used, the verb must be singular. What this simply means is that when a pair of is used in a sentence, it should go with a singular verb. That is just the basic explanation for this. From the examples, we can see a pair of shoes is on the bed. A pair of trousers was sold yesterday. A pair of glasses is in my bag. Phrases like the weak, the sick, the poor, the faithful, the blind, and so on should take plural verbs. This is so because these phrases represent a number of people, so they should always go with plural verbs. From the examples we have here, we can say the rich cry too. Cry is a plural verb. The weak are left to their fates. The poor need help from the government. When, as well as much as, together with, like, with, including, not, and so on occur after the subject of a sentence, the subject should determine the verb it takes. This is so because most times they are parenthesis statements and should not be considered when choosing the right verb. They only add to the meaning of the sentence. The first example can also be written as the man, as well as his children, is going to the party. This means that the man is going to the party as well as his children. as well as his children is just telling us more about the sentence. That's all. It shouldn't be considered when choosing the right verb. The same goes for the second sentence. The men alongside their wives have gone missing. We can rewrite the sentence and say the men have gone missing alongside their wives. And the third word, the girls with the boy go to school every day. We can say the girls go to school with the boy every day, or the girls go to school every day with the boy. These parenthesis statements only tell us more about the sentences. That's all. So they shouldn't be considered when choosing the right verb. This rule means that if the subject is singular, then the verb that follows should be in a singular form. If it is plural, the verb should also be plural. Whenever two subjects are joined by and, but they refer to the same person, then such a sentence takes a singular verb. But if the two subjects refer to two different people, then the subject takes a plural verb. In the examples we have here, we can see that the first sentence is talking about the same person, our principal, science teacher. But in the second one, the article the here is letting us know that our principal is not the same as the science teacher. They are two different people. Our principal is different from our teacher. That is why in the first sentence you have knows as the singular verb that it takes, because we are talking about one person, our principal and science teacher. That is why we have knows, singular verb. And the second example, our principal is different from the science teacher. That is why we have know, which is a plural verb. We have know, which is the plural verb. When two or more subjects are joined together by and, the sentence takes a plural verb if it is telling us about different people. As long as you are not talking about the same person, the verb should take the verb should be in the plural form. Like I said earlier, most times when and is used to join nouns together as subject of a sentence, the verb that goes with it should be in the plural form, since the sentence is telling us about two or more people. Now, from the examples we have here, we have Mary and Anne. Mary is different from Anne. They are two different people. That is why we have the plural verb sing. The same goes for the same goes for Peter, Paul, and Michael. They are three different people. That is why we have the plural verb dance. Peter, Paul, and Michael dance well. Collective nouns refer to the name given to a group of people, things, objects, animals, and so on. Collective nouns take both singular and plural verbs, depending on the speaker's perspective or notion. If the speaker sees the subject as singular, then a singular verb is used. If he sees it as plural, then a plural verb is used as well. From these examples, the team is ready for the project. The team can take both singular and plural verb. Yes. You can say the team is ready for the project. The team members are ready for the project. They mean the same thing. The two sentences mean the same thing. Likewise, the second example, family is everything. Family is everything. You can also say my family members have arrived. It depends on your perspective, the way you see it. These nouns can be said to be either singular or plural. Plural in the sense that they represent many people. Here, if either or neither nor is used to join singular nouns together, the sentence should take a singular verb. In these examples, let's look at the first one. Either John or James knows me. You can see that John is singular, James is singular. Since we are using either John or James, that means the verb that would follow it should be in the singular form, knows. The same goes for the second sentence. Neither Mary nor Jane. Mary is singular, Jane is singular. That is why we have our singular verb sings here. Neither Mary nor Jane sings well. But in the case of joining a singular noun and a plural noun, or a plural noun and a singular noun, the verb should agree with the closest subject to it. That is, the right verb to use will be determined by the subject that is nearer to the verb gap. In the following examples, either Mary nor her friends sing well. Either the boys or the girls have acted wrongly. In these two examples, her friends and the girls, they are nearer. They are nearer to the verb gap. The verb gaps, they are nearer to the verb gaps. That is why you have sing, which is a plural verb, occurring after her friends. The same goes for the second sentence. That is why you have coming after the girls. They are both plural. Plural subjects, plural verb. That is why we have plural. So the subject that is nearer to the verb gap determines whether the verb should be in the singular form or the plural form. So these sentences are taking plural verbs sing and have respectively. Here, what we have here is that when each occurs in a sentence, the subject and the verb of such sentence must be in a singular form. That is, whenever each occurs in a sentence, the subjects following it must be singular. it must be singular, as well as the verb. Both the subject and the verb should be in a singular form. They should be in singular forms. Both the subject and the verb should be in singular forms. Now let's look at the examples we have here. We have each girl leaves very early in the morning. We can see that since we have each in the sentence, girl is the subject, leaves is the verb. They are both in singular forms. The same goes for the second sentence. Since we have each, we have man, singular, has, singular. Singular subject, singular verb. But if each of is used, please, I want you to note the difference between the two. Previously, we talked about each. Now we are talking about each of. If each of is used, the noun should be in a plural form, while the verb will be in a singular form. From the first example, you can see each of the aspirants. You can see this is the subject. It is in a plural form. Stands here is the verb. It is singular. So when you are using each of, the subject should be plural and the verb should be singular. The same goes for the second example. Each of the contestants, you can say the subject. The subject is plural, while the verb is singular. Whenever you are using each of in your sentence, the subject should be plural, while the verb is singular. All these words, several, some, a lot of, both, all, a few, all these words must occur with plural subjects. They must occur with plural subjects. And these subjects should take plural verbs. That's the rule. Several, some, a lot of, they all refer to many people or many things. They refer to many. So they should always take plural subjects, and these plural subjects must take plural verbs. That is the rule. From the examples we have, all the children are around for the holiday. You can see all is plural. The children is the subject of the sentence, and it is in the plural form. We also have our are, plural form. Both is more than one. Both of them, you can see them here. Both of them were. They are both plural. There when it happened. All except Peter. All are late. You can see our verb. It is in the plural form. All here shows that we are talking about many people. I hope I have been able to simplify this topic to the best of my knowledge. If you have any question, you can send them to the comment section and I'll be glad to answer them. Thanks for watching. Expect more of my videos. If you actually enjoyed this lesson, please like and subscribe to my channel. Bye.